Well, hello and welcome to what I think is our first ever Monday edition of On Deck with Avoya, your weekly, or as in the case of this week, bi-weekly travel update. I'm your host, Chris Green, Director of Network Expansion, and thank you so much for tuning in today. We bring you this special edition of On Deck with Avoya because we think the information we're sharing today is just so vital that we wanted to create its own special moment. You know, one of the things that you learn quickly when you become a travel professional is that change is constant. You can never get too comfortable with the status quo. I mean, Avoya Travel as a company, we're always striving to improve the way we do business by creating and administering the top resources needed for an independent travel advisor to run a successful travel business. And we measure the results. We trust the power of that data. We combine that with real human interaction, and it helps to show us ways to constantly improve, as a company, to improve as a network, and just improve our overall standing as a top company in a very, very competitive travel space. So a few weeks back, in fact, on our last episode, we broke the news of the new travel agent education platform powered by Avoya in conjunction with the Travel Institute and its exciting launch. We also detailed some changes to the needed structure for people to be able to join the Avoya network as somebody new to the travel industry and affiliate their business with Avoya Travel. Well, today we want to do a full deep dive on the subject. So instead of our normal format, we're going to be modifying today and welcoming our featured guest, Gina Hoyt, Master Cruise Counselor, Director of Avoya Education Platform for Avoya Travel. We're going to welcome Gina back to the program for this important Avoya Insider segment. We're going to skip our normal Eye on the Industry feature today. We're going to be back on with another edition of On Deck with Avoya at our normal time Thursday. So we'll catch up on the week's top stories then. But we're also going to make sure we take a moment to highlight our current military appreciation promotion for those that have served, do serve in the U.S. military. And of course, it also extends to their spouse. We're going to touch base on some of our best-in-class resources for both new to the industry travel professionals, as well as those with varying levels of experience. And we'll wrap up today's On Deck with Avoya, our special edition, with all the ways to reach out and connect with us as we head into 2023. And guess what? 2023 is shaping up again. And we really believe that numbers don't lie and that the information that we share today is supported by our data. But we really believe that next year is going to be a big, big year in leisure travel. And we wanted to just start it off on the right hand. So please help me welcoming our special Avoya Insider guest today, Gina Hoyt, Master Cruise Counselor and Director of Avoya Education Platform for Avoya Travel. Gina, so great to have you back for another visit at On Deck with Avoya.
Good afternoon, Chris. Thanks so much for having me on. It's really great to be here.
Of course. Lots of changes in your world since you last joined us. Maybe you can fill us in a little bit, not only on your background in travel, but your new role and title with Avoya Travel.
Yes, a lot has changed. So recently, as you know, I stepped away from being director of the Avoya brand sales team, of course, leaving that team in the very capable hands of a wonderful colleague, Daniel DeBrot, and accepted the position as a director of Avoya Education Platform. This really was an incredible opportunity, giving me the ability to create and launch the education platform. So a little bit about my background. I've been in the travel industry for almost 25 years, and it started a brick and mortar in the community where I lived. Now, when I started in the industry, the internet is not what it did not exist like it does today. So and I know for some of you that are listening, that might be hard to imagine, but it really was in its infancy, and online education just wasn't a thing back then. So there weren't a lot of opportunities for me for a formal in-person education, one that provided truly a solid foundation, helping me to understand the basics, both in the ins and outs of travel and being an independent business owner. Trust me, I looked far and wide, calling all the community colleges, the state universities, really, and to say that I was disappointed is an understatement. So that is a big reason for me and a passion of this topic, the travel agent education powered by Avoya, and it holds such a near and dear place in my heart.
So let's do a bit of a deep dive on that because, change is constant in travel. And starting a few weeks back, the qualifications for those new to the travel industry changed to include the need for more travel education on the front end in order to join the Avoya network. And that coincided with the announcement of the exciting new travel agent education powered by Avoya. Gina, can you fill us in on this new change and some details on this exciting new Avoya powered platform?
Yes. So beginning, as you mentioned, beginning last week, if you're new to the travel industry and want to affiliate with the Avoya Travel Network, you'll need some sort of certificate of completion from an educational resource. Now, while we're not the only education out there, we are by far and confident that we think we are the best. So what is Travel Agent Education powered by Avoya? It's really a dynamic, comprehensive, online, self-paced program. It's designed for entrepreneurs who are new to the travel industry and seeking a comprehensive educational resource that prepares them to successfully own and operate an independent travel business, as well as understand the foundational basics of this industry. Because like you know, Chris, you don't know what you don't know, right? I mean, when you step into this industry, you're like, I got it. And it's like, oh, wait a minute, maybe I don't. But then there are things that you really don't even understand that you don't know yet. So the coursework prepares enrollees for the travel agent proficiency test. Say that 3 times fast. And you might ask why now, and why is a TAP test important? That certificate is recognized not only by host agencies, by industry suppliers as well. And it really sets you as an enrollee apart from others, providing you with the industry basics needed to develop your confidence and knowledge, as well as helping you build that solid foundation and demonstrate your commitment to professionalism.
So let's backtrack for a second. And I think you kind of covered one of these a little bit, but I'm just going to dive in deeper because these questions come to mind. One, why the change from a Avoya Travel standpoint? And two, from the potential independent affiliate standpoint, how is that going to help somebody to actually be a better business owner in the long run?
So are you asking kind of like, why now?
Yeah.
So one of the things that we've seen at Avoya Travel is a significant increase in interest in affiliating with the Avoya Travel Network, as well as just new entrepreneurs to the industry. And by offering this dynamic travel agent curriculum, we're really providing them with the essential foundation of the industry, as well as owning and operating a successful travel business. What we don't like seeing, right, Chris, is somebody coming into the industry, starting, and then walking away because they get discouraged or they get frustrated because maybe they just weren't prepared. They didn't have all of the information when they first started. We want to eliminate that. We want to give our best resources out there to help eliminate that. And if one thing that this pandemic over the course of the last few years has proven is that professional and knowledgeable travel agents are in high demand. And the benefit, this program truly is a game changer, and you will have heard, I'm sure, many people talking about that. But by providing fundamental travel basics, once complete, a new travel entrepreneur will have confidence, knowledge, and that foundation that they've sought out to help pave their way and their journey to become that true industry expert.
Absolutely, 100%, Gina. And I love the added value in this platform, this travel agent education platform powered by Avoya, because I think that's one of the areas that really makes this stand out. But that included membership for both ASTA and CLIA are amazing that come along with the platform. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, I do. You know, both CLIA and ASTA are incredible travel industry advocates. And Chris, there's no other educational option out there that offers the phenomenal value of both memberships. Enrollees in our program will receive that CLIA, as you mentioned, the CLIA and ASTA membership upon passing the tapping test. So, let's talk a little bit about what that means. So the CLIA membership is a value, the cost of $129, but on top of that, each member receives over $3,000 in bonus commissions, which that in and of itself pays for so much, right? And that includes their CLIA Embark card, access to additional comprehensive professional development and training opportunities. I mean, what a great opportunity. Plus, if you happen to be a member of CLIA, you can earn some of their certifications as well. You know, moving forward, continuing your education, either the ACC, MCC, or ECC, and on and on. There's a few others. And ASTA, the Future Travel Professional membership. You know, ASTA is a world's leading association of travel professionals. They're a global advocate for travel agencies, the travel industry, and the traveling public. They really champion ethical and travel-friendly practices and policies at every level of government and throughout the travel and hospitality industry. Their members are bound by a shared code of ethics, and they have been a huge integral part of our industry getting us through this pandemic and working with government.
And while there's no doubt, right, Gina, that, you know, coming through the, you know, the platform that we're talking about, powered by Avoya, it would be certainly a welcome sight if somebody was to join any other host agency. But we're hoping as you come through that you see that something powered by Avoya has some real worth to it. So to really add even extra to that value, those who graduate, who finish, complete the TAP test, the whole 9 yards with the platform, they're going to get an extra $100 off the affiliation price when they turn around and choose to affiliate with the Avoya network. And again, I just think that value is just through the roof.
Absolutely. What an incredible, you know, added bonus that we're able to offer our enrollees who actually complete the program.
Yeah, I think so too. Gina Hoyt, Master Cruise Counselor and Director of Avoya Education Platform for Avoya Travel, is our special Avoya Insider guest this week. Gina, you've helped countless agents sell more travel. I mean, literally millions and millions of dollars in more travel throughout all of the various ways you've helped with the Avoya network. So I have to ask, can a person have too much education in the travel industry?
So can I just like put this in exclamation points? Never, never. You know, that's one thing that I've learned in this industry. You know, the industry is constantly changing and sometimes daily. And if there's one thing that I've learned over the years is to always be learning. And when I think I know it all, that's when I'm going to find myself in trouble and I'm going to miss something. So really, education is, for me, even today, for me, is ongoing.
As it should be, right? I mean, if you don't keep your finger on the pulse of what's going on in your industry, it's hard to convey that to the clients that you're trying to help. So, I mean, I knew the answer before I asked the question, but certainly one of those points that you just really want to drive home. And another point I think we want to make clear too is that this new travel agent education powered by Avoya does not take the place of the other amazing professional development programs that Avoya Travel has for those in the Avoya network once they are affiliates, right, Gina?
Absolutely, that's correct. So this program is about building a strong foundation. So think of it this way. If you were going to build a skyscraper, okay, well, maybe a home, right? For simplicity purpose, let's talk about building a house, right? You have to have that strong foundation in order for it to stand the test of time. This is no different. To build a strong, independent business, you have to know and understand the fundamentals and build that foundation. That's what this coursework is all about. Now, once this coursework is complete and the TAP test has been taken and passed, if you choose to affiliate with the Avoya Travel Network, like Chris mentioned, there are several incredible optional professional development resources available to you. We've got Avoya University, and that helps one get acquainted with the innovative company culture and familiarizes them with the resources and technology platform. We have our Foundations for Early Success. It's another optional program that allows someone to gain insight while learning, pick one, about the opportunities for growth in developing their new travel business within their first year of business ownership. We have our Avoya brand sales team. They offer supplier specific, wow, talk today, Gina. Supplier specific support for agency and owners in our network. And their goal is to help agency owners increase sales, close more business with designated suppliers. From understanding promotions finding the best deal to closing the sale, and more. And then we also have the Avoya Mastermind program. That program was designed to improve overall success and profitability with education tailored to their personal sales and industry experience. I don't know about you, Chris, but I'm not sure of another that offers the incredible opportunities that Avoya offers.
And I mean, it's my job to know, right? I mean, I have to do a deep dive and have an understanding of what our competitors offer. And we never trash any of our other competitors. We only highlight the amazing resources offered by Avoya Travel because we want people to do the research on their own. But we're very clear and we know, and it's just true, that the more research you do, the better that Avoya Travel is going to look. And so we're fine with that. We want you to do all the research in the world, crunch the numbers, get your spreadsheet out, do the whole 9 yards. It's going to be okay for Avoya Travel. So Gina and I got to spend a little bit of quality time together a few weeks back when we were both at this year's Avoya conference on the Celebrity Beyond. Gina, what was your experience like at Avoya conference this year?
Oh my gosh, the conference this year was amazing. Having the opportunity to connect with independent business owners from our network, industry suppliers, and staff as well was second to none. And being on Celebrity's brand new ship, The Beyond, that was incredible. One of the things I think that I love the most is the relationships that we forge at these industry events, as well as really offers us a chance to grow, and it's an experience not to miss.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, on top of seeing your colleagues that you don't get a chance to see face to face that often, the chance, like you said, especially from a business owner standpoint. I mean, I watched several of our fantastic independent affiliates really have those light bulb moments by just having that casual conversation with somebody who was there representing one of our great vendors. So just an amazing way to connect. What about for you personally, Gina? Any travel on the near horizon for you coming up either this year or sometime in 2023 you're excited about?
Personal travel. While it's not booked just yet, I am excited. We're planning a family vacation for 2023. And so it's not something we've done since I think it was probably 2016 or 17. So it's pretty darn excited to have us all get together, all the kids, their spouses, and we're really looking forward to it.
So just a couple more before we let you go, Gina, but what is one piece of advice that, given all of your time in the travel industry and working your way up as a travel professional, that you would offer to a travel advisor that maybe they can have a better 2023 than they did in 2022?
Well, how about a few? No. So, patience, persistence, and willingness. Those are the three things that come to mind. Speaking from my experience, and this is what I've learned, right? When things aren't going as planned, be patient. Be persistent and tenacious in all that you do, and remain willing to be open-minded in all things, both in business and in life. The experiences you've both in the industry, in this industry and in life, will have lessons that you can learn from if you remain open-minded. Sometimes it will be easy, other times not so easy, but don't give up and remain open with a desire to grow.
Pretty solid advice if you ask me. All right, so my standard final question, Gina, it seems fair to say, as the industry still changes pretty rapidly, but are you excited for the future of our industry? And if you are, which I hope you are, what are some reasons that lead you to believe that?
Oh, what kind of question is that? No, all joking aside, Chris, yes, I'm really, really excited. You know, not sure how I can be anything but excited, right? Travel in this industry for me I think it kind of courses through my blood, through my veins. And as you mentioned, it's constantly changing. And I can't wait to watch as well as participate, right? I look forward to that as well in this industry as it continues to grow and unfold.
And we're going to make sure that we drop links in all of our social media that we're going to be airing this on, so that people can go directly to the Travel Agent Education Platform powered by Avoya and get more information. They can register and they can just start that process. So Gina, we really, really appreciate your time. We're really excited about what the future is, for those who are going to join the Avoya network, but we're certainly excited what our whole overall industry has to offer as well. So thanks so much for being part of On Deck with Avoya in our very special episode today.
Thank you for having me. It's always such a pleasure.
So as mentioned earlier in the show, this is a special week as we have 2 episodes of On Deck with Avoya, your weekly travel update. We're going to be back on Thursday at our regular time with a Meet the Network segment as we welcome in this year's Avoya Travel Flowerfly Award winner, Tina Bradley, owner of Wish You Were Here Vacations, for an exciting Q&A about all things travel. So make sure you tune in here in just a couple of days for another episode of On Deck with Avoya. So we have some fantastic promotions out there, and we certainly have big reasons to thank those in our veteran community, our military community, both who have served and continue to serve. Those who have military backgrounds, both the active member and their spouses, they've just got a leg up in the travel industry because they're well traveled and they're very disciplined in their approach, and they just make great business owners. So we're very excited to continue to offer our $100 off our original affiliation fee. You can reach out. My team is more than happy to walk you through that. Again, that's for either the person who serves or did serve or their spouse as well. And there will be some documentation that you'll have to provide, because otherwise, I don't know about you, but anybody who claims that they're military and not, well, that's certainly, it makes me very angry. Let's just put it that way. So we certainly know that you don't mind providing that documentation, and there's a reason behind that. We've got the resources, right? We've been talking to Gina. Gina kind of walked you through the map, how her program could lead into Foundations for Early Success, which can help with brand sales, which then goes into Mastermind, all of it in order to make you a better travel professional. So no matter where you are in that journey, Avoya Travel has the kind of resources that could really help you take your game to a new level. And make sure you reach out. We would love to have that conversation. And as long as we're going to have a conversation, maybe you could just give us a little like and follow too, right? So if you're not already part of the Avoya Travel social media family, if you're watching this on Facebook, make sure you subscribe to the page. There's lots of great updates, lots of information that trickle out throughout the week on top of On Deck with Avoya. If you're watching us on YouTube, go down and hit that subscriber button, hit the like bell, whatever the case may be. That way you never miss a beat. You're always plugged in. You can also join us on LinkedIn as well. Lots of ways to reach out. And if you want to go the old-fashioned route, just go to the website at Avoya Travel, avoyanetwork.com, avoyanetwork.com. It's only the website I've been saying for years. Avoyanetwork.com, where you can reach out to my email, chris.green@avoyatravel.com. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We would love to hear from you. Again, a big thank you to Gina Hoyt for being our special guest today on our Monday edition of On Deck with Avoya. Big thanks to Annabella, doing a great job as the producer of this show from our trade marketing team. Big thank you to you for joining us for On Deck with Avoya. We'll see you on Thursday at our normal time. Until then, take care, everyone.